This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions.
Ready. 70, Indy. Tight down. There you go. Check nickel. Alert flare. Check three. Five.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big play there on the first play of the game. 57 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Safety's creeping. He's coming. We got double up. Check 99. Look at me. Go. Deep rip.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, watch it. Check 26. Check. Bam. Shit. Hey, Delta. Get it. 2nd and 9 now.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Look, squeeze.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set 60 out clock. Check tight right. Solo up there. Check that. Protein Smith. We got 1. We got 3. Check it out, Reed. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. I'm on. Check it out. Say.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch it. H3, 218. Chopper. Bravo. Check 49. Sponge off. Shoot. Watch it. There you go.
2nd and 2. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes. And that's a sack.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Red, 8, read. 56.
Man, I got you. Hey, switch gears. Out. Rush in.
Leo, slam.
Check.
Let's go. Hop. And go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check. Fresno.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10.
Check 37.
Hey, look.
Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I don't think you got it, son.
Check 52.
Nope.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set. Ready. 10-2 on.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Showing it. Show
Alpha.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Ricky.
61. Matchbox. Right.
Kill. Check.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. And a Cardinal first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Let's go now. 90. Cool.
Check. Back. Check safety. Bang.
Wow.
Bang.
80 weapon. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check.
Watch the safety creep.
Slam.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Squeeze. Get in there. Go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kevin Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Screen.
Watch the screen. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Check.
Charlie.
Hey. 50's the mic.
Hey, keep it up. Hot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 50, check 50.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Come on, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Yo, go, go.
Mott's 56. Mott's 56.
Now.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Big gas, big gas, big gas. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Greystone travel.
Kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Go.
Motion, watch the motion. Mike 56, Mike 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, Haywood.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, lock it.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Switch.
Side.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Wide. Get wide. Hey, Sam off.
Slam. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Too little, Joker. Shoot.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. X3. 218. Chopper. Get it.
Now Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
56 is the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Echo. Hey.
Mike's 56. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Go.
Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. You don't want it. You don't want nothing. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2nd and 4. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down.
Delta.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, you're out.
Check 24. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 3, check 3. Watch,
Exit.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here it comes, here it comes.
Ready, go.
2nd and 5. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And Lobo, orbit.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Scene 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down. 10-2 stop. General West. Shoot.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Charlie.
56, the muck, boys. 56. Check 56.
Get him. Get him. Get him. 61. Matchbox lights.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Hey. High 7. Ready.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he's to the 33-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
56. Watch the run.
Five.
Here's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Yeah.
56.
Hey, wahoo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All you get is a headache. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
I want that. Lee Griffin.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Dude. Hey.
56.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Go.
He's checking.
Cran. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Squeeze. Get in there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's complete to Jesse James. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, 51 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Why? Check. Buzz. Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
First down, Arizona.
Show it up. Show it up. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Alpha. Check, lucky, lucky, lucky.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
It's a gain of 10. And the Cardinals 1st down.
51 to Mike. 50.
They're going to look to throw. Big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.